Our next guest is an attorney, legal commentator, and TV personality. And now she's the host of a new true crime show called Killer Relationship with Faith Jenkins. Please welcome Faith Jenkins. Hey, Faith.
How are you?
Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here and talk to you, Adrian and Marcel. So good to see both of you.
So excited to have
Great
you.
to see you.
I know, we're gonna jump right in. You are married and your husband is R&B singer Kenny Lattimore, and you actually got married in March 2020, literally right before lockdown began. How do you think that impacted your new marriage?
Well, we got married a week prior to LA really going on lockdown.
Wow.
And I think that for us, being in the pandemic so early on in our marriage, it was like having noise cancellation headphones. And we got to spend a lot of quality time together that ordinarily we wouldn't have been able to do because we had been so busy planning the wedding, and we decided not to take a big honeymoon at the time because we wanted to get right back into work. Kenny travels so much, as you know, so he was scheduled to be right back on the road that next week. So in the midst of everything happening, we were able to really take the time to enjoy each other. But I will tell you, I said, I'd waited a long time to get married. And when we got back from our mini moon to the grocery store shelves and everything being empty and the world being such a crazy place, I was like, so you mean to tell me I waited all this time to be married and the world is about to end? How unfair is that? But we were able to spend a lot of time together and get through it.
That's awesome.
That's really, really great. Now, can we please talk about, you are the current presiding judge on the long-running show, Divorce Court.
Love that show.
Love that show. And you're known for giving great relationship advice. So I want to know, what celebrity couple do you think needs your advice now, and what would you say to them?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've seen and heard a lot of things over the course of my career. I started off in family court in New York, and then on Judge Faith, and then divorce court. And I think about recently Tristan Thompson and Khloé Kardashian.
Girl, tell them what.
Well, because I heard Khloé say something about an apology just not being enough this time around. There's been a lot of back and forth between the two of them. He recently apologized because he's had yet another child. And what I say to people, the number one piece of advice I can give someone if they're trying to figure out where they stand in a relationship is to ignore someone's words and focus only on their actions.
That's great advice.
What do their actions tell you? Once you see that there's something that's not right, remove yourself from the situation and get on with the type of life and love that you really want and deserve. That
is incredible advice. Wow. Well, you also recently released your book called Sis Don't Settle, which works right into what you just said right here. Is this actually something that you've had to tell yourself in the past?
Absolutely. People used to ask me all the time, why aren't you married? I don't understand. And the question would bother me because I didn't think being single was something I needed to explain.
Exactly.
Right?
So I wrote the book because that was my journey, sort of just being able to ignore the noise and move forward in my journey. I was single because that was my life path. That's what I was supposed to be at that time. I'm married because this is my journey now. So the book is all about embracing your journey, but how to handle all the years in your life where you are dating and you are navigating love, how to make better decisions in your relationships. I had to learn a lot of things the hard way. To get to the place where you really want to be. And if marriage is the goal, I wrote a book where I think that people can read it and help them reach that goal.
I love that.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Now, you come from the world of pageants, and now being a female judge in the beginning of your career, was it hard to get the respect you deserved? And if so, how did you handle it? I'm curious.
Especially as a woman.
Yeah.
Well, I started working in the Manhattan DA's office as a prosecutor. And word got around the DA's office that I was a former beauty queen. It wasn't really, my pageant background wasn't relevant to what I was doing. So I really didn't share that background, that experience with being an attorney and prosecuting cases. And I think that people did put certain stereotypes on me coming from that background. But I used it to actually to my advantage. I found that throughout the course of my career, even, especially as a woman, a young woman of color, that people had a tendency to underestimate me. But I used that to my advantage. always showing up prepared, always showing up ready, always showing up ready to go and put my best foot forward. And I think that's what you have to do. You can't control what other people think about you. You can control how you respond to it.
I love that.
Well said.
You're out here just dropping gems. And let me tell you, I'm super excited to now talk about your new show that you're hosting on Oxygen. It's called Killer Relationship with Faith Jenkins. Tell us all about it.
Yes, well, I'm transitioning away from divorce court. This will be my last season on the show. I started my own production company. This is the first show that I'm executive producing.
Congratulations.
And it's called Killer Relationship.
That's so great.
It just premiered last Sunday on Oxygen. This past Sunday, it was the highest rated show on the network. I'm very excited and proud of this project. I believe that there should be a diversity of voices in storytelling. I am so honored to add my voice to the mix. And I know so many of us are addicted to true crime, and it's like, why?
Right here,
why
this girl right here.
Fascination.
I am that girl. The fascination goes on a whole other level. It puts me to sleep at night. I love true crime.
And so I think for so many of us, I'm the same way, Adrian. It's really a window into another world. And people often want to know when they watch these cases, there's one question that people want to see answered, and that is why. For this show, I wanted to combine my relationship experience with my background as a prosecutor and bring them to the forefront in this show, because I think relationships, it's something that everyone can relate to.
Yeah.
We've all had them.
Yeah.
Most of us have had relationships that haven't worked out at one point or another.
Absolutely.
What makes someone go to the extreme when a relationship doesn't work out, where divorce is not enough, going their separate ways, separation is not enough?
Yes.
Right.
What makes it where someone has to die?
Why?
I always say that. Just
Yes,
divorce
just
her.
say
Divorce
bye.
him. Okay, we got a clip. We got a clip of Killer Relationship with Faith Jenkins. Let's check it out.
Was Joe an occupant in the red Camaro that was spotted firing the weapon? Or if he wasn't, did he put a hit out on his ex-wife out of spite after the nasty divorce?
The alibi that Joe provided was just a little too convenient from everybody's thoughts. So they continued their investigation to see whether it was a false alibi or whether in fact he was there at the swimming pool as he said he was.
I will be tuning in. This looks incredible. Faith, thank you so much for stopping by. Killer Relationship with Faith Jenkins airs Sundays at 7 p.m. on Oxygen. Don't want to miss it.